Welcome back, everybody, to Coach's Corner East. We're at Colonel Crawford Intermediate School in the Media Center for the final segment of this show and this school year here at Coach's Corner East. The show is brought to you in part by Don Barn Associates at Galleon Building and Loan Bank, Matt Studer at Spitzer, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Kia, 1 mile east of the Richland Mall, as well as Mark Osborne and Associates at E-Crane International, serving worldwide markets from the Galleon Industrial Park. Sarah Fraser and the Crawford softball team are here with us. It's great to see you again.
Good to see you.
Welcome back. You were here during basketball one time filling in, but this is your go-to, isn't it?
This is it, yes.
Okay. How many years, remind our viewers how many years you've been coaching here at Colonel Crawford now?
Since 2007.
7. Wow, has it been that long?
Started basketball, actually, in 2007. And
that's crazy. And softball's been how many years?
I started in 2010, I believe, in softball for JV.
Yeah.
And then varsity 2019.
19, okay, very good.
Yep.
Last year, very successful year, 20-5 overall, 12-2 in the Northern 10 Conference, tied for first place with Mohawk. You did defeat Willard in the sectional final, 23-0. You move on to the district, and a tough loss to Edison, 1-0 in 11 innings. Excuse me, you beat them. I apologize. Beat Edison in the district semi, 1-0 in 11 innings, and then lose to Margaretta in the district final, 3-1. You lose just 3 seniors off of last year's team, and you got a bunch of juniors that Laura Freachin, Jostin Gallant, and Harley Thomas, first team N10. Sophomore Allison Weithman, first team N10, and Madison Cobby, don't call me Cobby, call me Cobb, honorable mention. And you return, if all the juniors off of last year's team come back, that was 4, right? As seniors, or did you lose some?
We lost a couple. We have Nettie and Harley back.
Okay.
Lauren has decided to part ways and run track, so we wish her all the best in that. Sophomore Aubrey Zizzo is going to be filling her spot.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So talk about total numbers 9 through 12 this year.
So we have 18 total. So we're going to be doing the kind of hybrid JV schedule that the N10 has agreed upon, most of the teams in the N10. So we will be playing a JV game as much as we can get in before daylight ends after our varsity games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is something that the N10's agreed on?
It is, because Mohawk's down. I think Bucyrus might be down. There's a couple of teams that are down in numbers. So we're going to Winford, I think. So we're going to kind of hybrid it and play after varsity.
Okay, so some girls that maybe didn't get to play as much in the varsity game will then play JV?
Yeah, that, like I said, we have 18, so 9 and 9 essentially.
Right.
But it also, alleviates that problem where we have girls doing both, and we only need to count it as one date versus 2 dates if we do a varsity and a JV on a different day. So, yeah.
And I'm sure it'll be nice, bright, sunshiny days that you're going to do the hybrid for sure.
Always.
It's not going to be
no rain, not snowing.
Yeah, right. A wet, snowy day for sure. All right. What would you see early on? I know you probably haven't had a whole lot of time outside. Coach Gorbett said actually more than normal. What do you think and what do you see so far as this team's strengths and the team challenges, or where they need to get better quickly?
Obviously, we have some great leadership coming back, with the 2 seniors and then all the returning juniors, and then Aubrey has stepped up in a big way for us and is playing, obviously, the pitching role, but she's also one of the best teammates that anybody could ever ask for, ever. She showed that last year with us, hurt, but at every single practice, everything. I think the leadership is definitely a strength for us. I think experience, and the girls get along great. This is one of the first years that I've coached that it just feels different, like the team camaraderie and the team bonding. It's just they're in it together this year. It feels more together, not so separate. So
yeah, and I think it's probably one of those situations where maybe things aren't going so well on the field, and when you come in off of defense and the girls start talking with one another, they say, hey, pick it up. It's time to pick it up. Let's get this done. And if a team isn't close, those are kind of hard things to get through for sure.
Yes.
All right, very good. Let's take a break. We have a lot of young ladies to talk to today. Steve and Chuck Keller helps us out here with their sponsorship at Keller Auto Parts, your Napa dealer, Uptown, Galleon, and Crestline. Dr. Thomas M. Britton at Clubview Vision Center next to the golf course in Bucyrus, and Joe Kleiman, associate at the Galleon office of First Federal Bank of Ohio. Hannah Perry Jr. is first. Position on the team this year, Hannah?
Pretty much anywhere.
Anywhere?
Anywhere.
All right, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Do you have a preference? Infield, outfield,
Anywhere on the field.
anywhere you want to go?
I don't
Wow.
have a preference.
Why is that? I mean, you just never specialized in a certain
I
position?
just always was taught to be ready to play.
That's a great
Anywhere.
attitude. And here's why I say that. Because I assume eventually you're going to move into the business world or the working world, let's just say. And people that have that mindset and that attitude are very valuable because it doesn't really matter. Wherever you need me, I will be there and I will do my best while I'm there. So that's a great mentality to have. When you look at this group, and Coach talked about this closeness, have you seen it already? Have you
Yeah,
felt
definitely.
it? What is it about this group?
I feel like we all get along really well, and we're able to joke around, but also take it serious at practice.
Yeah, you got to make practice fun because it's not a game, right? And that's where you're honing everything in. Will you be stronger, do you think, in the field or in the batter's box? You personally?
Me personally, I probably think the field.
Okay. All right. And that's wherever you want it to be. Will you catch too?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. So it isn't everywhere. All right. We'll scratch that. No catch. Okay. But would you pitch if you were asked to?
No. Yes, if I was asked to, if it came down to the very last person, yes.
All right. Well, I wish you the best of luck, Hannah. Have a great season, and thanks for coming out. Aubrey Zizzo is a sophomore. It's good to see you. And this is, if I understand, you were out all last year because of injury. All right. So, but you were there kind of in a cheering fashion, so to speak, according to Coach. How important did you think that was for you and the team being there to still support? Because it would have been easy to just say, you know what, I'm done. I'm just not going to go. How important was that?
I mean, I think it's important to show them that I respect them and to cheer them on even when I'm hurt because they're gonna be cheering me on.
Yeah.
Later on.
What position are you going to play?
Pitcher.
Okay, so you are the go-to, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. And sitting that year out, your freshman year, how much motivation did that get you to get through that injury and said, I'm going to be back and I'm going to show the world that I deserve to be here?
I mean, yeah. I really wanted to play this year.
Yeah.
Try to stay healthy.
All right. And you are in good health right now? You're ready to go? Feel
Oh, yeah.
strong? Okay.
Yep.
All right. So far, how's the arm feel? Feel good? Throwing. Is it? Are you more speed or are you finesse?
Yep, finesse.
Finesse. Okay. All right. Because I love to ask that question because some say, no, I just let her rip and wherever it lands, it lands. But others say, high, low, move the ball around, things along that lines. Who's your catcher? Is your catcher here?
Nettie.
Nettie's your catcher. Okay. Talk about the bond that you have with her and how comfortable you feel in her calling the game.
I'm pretty confident Nettie knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
I mean, the bond's pretty strong even though it's my first year pitching with Nettie.
Yeah. You feel comfortable already. You're starting to build that.
Yeah.
Okay. How's your hitting? Is it pretty decent?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, congratulations on driving through. And sometimes, gals, adversity, we're going to find adversity in our lives all the time. And it's the way that we respond to adversity that really defines who we are as people. And for you to drive through that and come back, I know you're going to play a big role. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
You bet. Allison Weithman's back from basketball season and ready to hit the diamond. Are you excited for this season?
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right. What position are you going to play?
Shortstop.
Shortstop. Okay. Is that what you've always played?
Yeah, that's where I would play.
Okay. Now, is your second baseman here?
No,
Okay.
she graduated.
Oh, so you have a new
But the
second
new one's
baseman.
I
here.
got a new one,
Well,
but
you
we
got a-
don't know who it is yet.
Okay. All right. So you've been working with some girls because that's important, as far as who's going to cover second base on maybe a steal or something along that line. So the gals that you've been working with feel pretty comfortable with?
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty comfortable with it.
All right. What is it about this team? I asked Hannah this question, but it's similar in a way. What is it that you like about this group so far that you've seen in the practices, whether it be defensively, offensively? What do you like so far?
Well, I like the bond we all have because it definitely shows, in practice we can take it seriously when we have to, but then we can also joke around when
Do you think you're going to be a stronger offensive team or defensive team this year?
probably defensive.
Defense, okay. Pitching and fielding, things like that. Okay, very good. Who do you look forward to playing the most in the N10 this year? What team?
Probably Mohawk number.
I would assume so. Yeah, they were right at the top last year, I believe, and that should be a good matchup for you. Well, good luck, enjoy, and have fun this year in your junior year. Hannah Allen is back as a junior, and is this now your third year playing? Mm-hmm. Okay. What, as you've gone through these early practices, some in the gym, some outside, what have you kind of seen as an area where you've really improved from last year as a sophomore?
I would definitely say I've really improved hitting-wise, because my hitting last year wasn't the greatest. Mm-hmm. So I definitely think I've improved through summer, through fall, and then now in the gym during high school practices.
What was it that you did to improve that? Is it hand-eye coordination? Is it just seeing the ball better? Or is it some things that maybe your coaches have said about stance, bat quickness, things like that?
It's more like doing more drills on what I need to work on, and coaches also saying stuff about mental things, doing physical things with my hands and body.
Okay. What position were you playing the field?
First base.
First base, and that's what you've always done?
Yep.
All right, so you get to dig all those throws from third over,
Oh,
dig
yeah.
them out and all that kind of good stuff.
Yep.
Do you find yourself, and I know probably the coaches are saying, do this or don't, do you consider yourself an aggressive defensive player where you'll sneak in a little bit, or you just kind of just play your position and hang back?
No, I definitely just consider myself an aggressive player, because if someone's bunting on me, I'm not just gonna stay back. I'm gonna go charge for that ball. And I'm gonna put everything onto the field.
Good for you. All right. Well, I wish you the best of luck, and thanks for coming out tonight. Appreciate it very, very much. Next up, it's Harley Thomas as a senior, one of two seniors here tonight in the position on the team this year. Harley?
Wherever Coach puts me.
Wherever you want to be, or wherever she tells you. Do you have a preference?
Anywhere in the infield.
Okay.
Besides first.
Besides first, okay. So second, short, third, wherever that may be. And this is your fourth year of playing? All right. Has it gone fast for you, these 4 years?
It definitely has.
All right.
Flew by.
As a senior, and the same thing comes down to Nettie as well, you're expected to be an extension of the coaching staff and that leadership role. Do you do that, in your opinion, more verbally, or are you more by action?
I think I'm a little bit of both.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And how many total seniors on the team?
Just the two of us.
Just the two of us. Okay. So that, you guys carry a lot of that. Is that something that you accept personally, that, hey, I want to be one of the leaders on the team? Okay. Who do you look forward to playing the most in the N10 other than
Mohawk and
it's
upper.
just Mohawk? You want to beat down
Mohawk and upper.
Mohawk and upper. Okay. Why upper?
We just have always had that competition with them.
Yeah, I saw their team picture today. They got some. They look like they had some pretty good players. So that'll be some really good competition. What would you like to accomplish your senior year? You personally?
I would like to just have fun this year, and then have a pretty good batting average and less errors in the field than I did last year.
Good. Well, enjoy your experience at
Thank
your
you.
final thing here at Colonel Crawford High School before you grab that cap and gown and walk on out. So I hope it's a great experience for you.
Thank you.
You bet. Nettie Gallant, and you're the catcher, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And you caught all 4 seasons here?
Yes.
Okay. And why did you choose that?
Well, it was just kind of a spot when I was younger that I was thrown into, and I just fell in love with being behind the plate and being able to see everything, so I stuck to it. And
Yeah, that's it's kind of a thankless position, I think. You get beat up a little bit.
Yes.
You're certainly going to get dirty. There's a lot expected to you. Do you have the freedom as a senior to call the pitch you want, or is it strictly coach going to tell you what she wants your pitcher to throw?
I have the freedom to call the pitches.
Okay. And how do you judge that? How are you basing that on what you want?
I definitely look at the batter. The batter definitely determines it all, where they're standing, what they're swinging at, and just what I see and then I call.
So that tells me, A, you have a pretty high IQ for the game, B, you have a pretty good feel for your pitcher, and C, you have some pretty high confidence level, because that's a lot. Now, granted, a senior, you've been through it, but still, that's a lot to put on your shoulders, where you say, and I trust coach is saying, I trust her, or you wouldn't be in that position. That's got to give you some nice freedom. You got to feel good about that.
Yep.
Have you been pleased with what what Aubrey's done so far on the mound this year?
I definitely have. She's definitely made it come through with everything going on with the team. The change that we had on the team, she's come through and she's really shown that she can do it.
Yeah, great. How is your hitting?
It's good.
An area for improvement, maybe?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, good. Similar question to your fellow classmate Harley there. What do you personally want to accomplish this year? What would be kind of that key thing?
Well, just being through with everybody, I really want to win it all.
Yeah.
I want to be able to have that experience with these guys, especially this group and everything. So I want to be able to just win it all.
Good for you. Good for you. We'll enjoy it. And it sounds like your head's in the right place and you're ready to go. So let her rip and have a lot of fun. Finally, Maddie Cobb is here. I took the Y off. You didn't even know. How did you get that name? Just kind of Cobby.
You know, I actually have no idea.
You didn't call it. The girls called you that?
Yeah, they just kind of made it
All
up.
right. What position this year, Maddie, as a junior?
Outfield.
Center, left, right?
I've been working at center, but
Okay.
wherever really.
Do you like that? Center?
Yeah, it's a little bit different since last year I was in left, so it's just a different view of the field.
A little more ground to cover as well?
Right.
Yeah, I talked to Gallion and Crestline gals the last 2 weeks on the show, and they say, yeah, the outfielders were like, oh boy, you get in windy days and you never know where the ball's going to go. You think it's going to go here, and then the wind says, no, I'm going to put it over there.
Yep.
A lot of ground to cover, and some weren't really too sure about that. Do you like going after it and being aggressive, or would you rather it just be kind of a calm day and the ball goes where it goes?
I would rather it be calm so I know that I'm going to be able to catch it, but I'm definitely trying to be more aggressive this year to make sure that I can get to the balls that I'm supposed to get to.
Do you feel pretty comfortable with your other outfielders if you kind of know who they're going to be and you have good communication with them?
Yeah, there's a couple girls I've been practicing right and left, and I feel pretty confident with them.
Okay. How's your hitting been in the cage and on the field so far? Still a little suspect yet?
Well, you got your good days and your bad days.
That you do. And I give you credit for recognizing that. So let's hope there's more good days than bad days,
Yes,
for
hopefully.
sure.
Today was a good day.
Today was a good day. All right. Well,
I'd say so.
that's a good thing. What would be kind of like, your two seniors here, what do you hope to bring them in their final year that, would be really special to you?
Just doing the things that I need to do, just being there for them when they need a little tap on the back,
Yeah.
just be able to accomplish these things with them, meet their goals.
Good for you. Well, enjoy the season, have a good time. I certainly appreciate it.
Thank you.
Were those easy questions?
Yeah, there it is. Thank you.
All right, we're about ready to wrap things up here at Colonel Crawford. Our show is brought to you in part by the Burkhart family at the Burkhart Farm Center, your Case IH dealer straight west of Gallion on the Manette New Winchester Road. Sweet Baby Ray Jones, Kendra Weaver at Ohio. About 598 on the north edge of Gallion. Back with Coach Sarah Fraser, and they mentioned, I've heard Mohawk mentioned a couple times, and of course they're probably number one on your hit list. Do you see them as kind of the favorite along with you, or are there some others there as well?
I mean, I think, the N10, it always shakes out differently than what you expect. It's a pretty strong softball league in general. I think it's one of the strongest sports in the N10 as far as, all the teams. So essentially it can be anybody, any night. We just have to come ready to play no matter who it is, no matter where it's at, whether it's conference, non-conference. It's the N10's strong and our non-conference schedule's strong. So we just have to come day in and day out ready to play. So
if Mother Nature takes care of things, you'll be opening on Monday, March 27th at Plymouth, out of the Firelands Conference. And then looking at your non-league schedule, you're right, it is strong. You're going to host a perennial, really solid team in Hillsdale and a doubleheader here. Riverdale is on your schedule. Northmore also home non-league. Then you go over to Gallion, short trip. Doubleheader at Lexington. River Valley, and also South Central. So some really quality teams that you're going to see, and that's all in preparation for postseason, isn't
Yeah,
it?
for sure. We also got into the MVD tournament over in Ashland this year too. So we'll.
Oh,
play,
did you?
Yeah. So we'll play 3 games over there. Yeah, it was definitely in preparation to make these guys better down the stretch. So.
Do you like that event at Brookside?
I love anything at Brookside.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where we played in state.
Sure.
So for me, that's an important, that's a big, memory thing for me. So anything at Brookside is fun, I think.
Yeah.
So.
Good for you. Well, best of luck to you. I hope it's another great season. That tradition continues. What Coach Huggins started so long ago, and that you're helping to continue on. And I hope all of the girls have a great experience, even though it's a small senior class. They'll make memories this year that'll carry on and continue to promote softball here at Colonel Crawford.
Sure,
Very good.
sure.
Thanks for coming out. I
Thanks for
appreciate it.
having us.
Hey, taking a look at the media schedule. Not much anymore since all of our games are over from basketball, and baseball, softball hasn't started yet. But tomorrow, Cleveland Guardians baseball, they'll be taking on Chicago in preseason spring training, and that'll be at 4:05. And then they'll also be on Sunday. The Guardians will take on the Padres of San Diego. We'll have coverage beginning at 4:05. I want to thank everybody here at Colonel Crawford tonight, especially Athletic Director Jake Bruner, John Kreider, my camera operator, not only tonight, but all season long. Thanks, John, for all that you do for us. Thank you to Colonel Crawford spring coaches, track coach Preston Foy and his team, baseball coach Dan Gorbett, and softball coach Sarah Fraser and her team. Thank you to all of our sponsors all year long for making this show possible, and, of course, you viewing on the Crawford County Now YouTube page and also the WQEL Facebook page. For one final time, this is Mike Sparks reminding you, a spirit with a vision is a dream with a mission. Have a good night, everybody.